Hello YouTube, welcome to the Amateur Science Lab. Today we will be doing a quick tutorial on the basics of building a rocket in Kerbal Space Program. We're going to travel to the default save file because just nothing much on there. But to make a save file, you just go to the new save file thing and then select what you want for that save file, I guess. Okay, so you go to the VAB and let's discuss how to make a rocket and the basics of making a rocket. So over here you got the command pods and the parts list. You can choose from pods, fuel tanks, to engines, to command and control, structural, to robotics, decoupling, and on and on and on until you reach utility. So let's start by building a simple rocket. So to build a rocket, just click on whatever rocket you want to build. So exactly. Scroll on your mouse to go up or down, and then press the. Sorry for that noise, just a random noise. And then press the plus and minus button to magnify. Use the arrow keys to look around the rocket. And my keyboard isn't really working as good as it usually does, so there's a bit of a delay. So if you hold your mouse above an object, you can read its description, and if you right-click it, you can read more information about it. So let's put a parachute on it. Here you get to the action groups, where you select how action groups work is that it's a group that when you get into the launch game thing and you press one of the numbers, it actually does that command. So say if we wanted to turn on the lights or something, toggle lights, and then we clicked 1, as soon as we got onto the launch pad, it would toggle the lights. Here are the crew. Here's the crew option. So, as you can see, we already got Valentina in there. But here's a whole selection of available crew. You can click this button to go to the command, the astronaut complex, and enlist new Kerbals. In career mode, you need to pay a price to enlist the Kerbals, but that's alright. Anyways, moving on. Let's continue building the rocket a tiny bit before we get on to the next part. Also, there's this thing called advanced mode, where you could filter parts by cross-section profile, so you're only size 1 objects. And here you can access the really old parts, the parts that were put away, like this, the old version of the Terrier, the old command pod. Let's see. The old solid fuel boosters. And it's a really cool feature if you want to go like full retro. Full nostalgia. We got the old Twitch. Okay, I think I've explained this well enough, so filter by resource, by manufacturer, by tech level, and sub-assemblies and stuff. I don't know how to do the sub-assembly for some reason. Anyways, enough explaining stuff. Let's get into this. And over here is the staging list. So how to activate a stage is by pressing the space button. 0 means it's the last stage that will be activated. Let's enable simple mode because we don't really need that anymore. The Terrier engine. Here is where this part comes in, the Delta V option. Because if you click this button, it reveals all sorts of stats about the rocket. Because you'll see this one has, that's the thrust to weight ratio, the Delta V. There's also this button, which changes, which allows you to show what Delta V you have at a certain height, like 51, 70, or just plain in vacuum, if you're just in a plain vacuum. You see, you have 23,000 meters per second of Delta V in a vacuum. You can also show what you want to display, and here is a KSP, which is basically like a list of stuff, and it can help you explain stuff more in depth than I can. I want to keep this video at a reasonable length so I don't bore you guys to death. Here are the statistics of this rocket. So you see it has 6 parts. It's a bit over 4 tons, and it's 4.4 meters tall and 1.4 meters in length. So that's cool to know. And here are the messages, just in case you want to know what kind of messages you get when you do stuff. Anyways, let's move on. And we're just gonna make a simple rocket because that's all we have time for. Some of this, this. Okay, we are ready for flight. Wow. Okay, I'm making a lot of weird sounds. Please don't demonetize this video. I swear they're just real sounds. They're just weird sounds. Attaching a communitron thing. And we're also attaching a battery so that we don't run out of battery. This is going on way longer than it needs to, so let's just get going. Press the launch button to launch and get out on the launch pad. And I'm probably assuming right now that probably only 25 to 10% of the original viewers made it past this point. So, to anyone who made it past this point, thank you. And here we go. Press T to turn on the SAS system. And here's the nav ball. Prograde, retrograde, normal, anti-normal, radio out, radio in, target, anti-target, and to just the regular maneuver node thing. And this is just regular stability assist. So press space to enable the stage. Press Z to full thrust. X to do 0 thrust and shift and control to I had to skip ahead a bit because okay, so we decoupled and we're now launching through the atmosphere. We now have the second stage going, and now we can discuss the controls. Press D to go this way, press A to go this way, S to go this way, and W to go to the opposite way. So that's how you can control your rocket. I'm not going to get into orbit today because this is probably going on way longer than it needs to. We're just going to go into space just so you know how to go into space. Yeah. I'll do a tutorial on how to get to the Mun eventually. Or Minmus. Go to Minmus first because Minmus is a lot easier to get off of and onto than the Mun. Sure, it costs a little bit more Delta V to get to, but it's worth it. I'm just gonna tell you, it's worth it because it's a lot more friendly to newcomers. And just press X to stop the throttle. And let's just coast through the atmosphere. And now let's discuss how to do EVA. Press the EVA button to EVA, space to let go, and press R to enable the jetpack. Press Shift to make it go up, Control to make it go down, and the normal rocket controls. Let's get back to the rocket. Grab, board, and now we're done. And now there's this new action set option where we can make custom action groups. So if we wanted to deploy the antenna without needing to click on the antenna every time, we just go to this, toggle antenna, and leave. So whenever we press 1, this happens. See, that's how action groups work. And then there it goes, back. Okay, let's get to that point where we set up a maneuver. To set up a maneuver, click on a place of an orbit where you say you want to do a maneuver, and then click these buttons to, if you want to go prograde or not prograde. And this tells you when to start your burn. You always want to do it in the middle of divide the burn time by half, and that's when you should start your burn. I'm obviously not going to do that because we don't have much time. So that's how you do maneuver nodes. And now there's this new feature where you can instantly zip to your maneuver nodes. But still, go to a lesser time warp before you do that. Because, yeah, just do that. Eliminate that maneuver node because we won't need it anymore. And also, this option will allow you to choose the distance you are above sea level and above ground level. but let's keep it like this. And we are done. This is the meter that shows you how fast you are going vertically, vertical speed. Decouple that one more time. And also put that antenna up again. And we are off. Back to Kerbin we go. Point retrograde. Okay, keyboard, please actually work this time. Oh no. Yeah, something hit the floor, but it's alright, we got it. Now just time warp a bit. Now to talk about re-entry. You're gonna require a heat shield for this because when you re-enter Kerbin's atmosphere, it's gonna get really hot. And also, press C to enter the pilot's view, internal view. Like this. Re-entry burn, and here comes the flames. Wait, how is... Oh, I was gonna say how is our antenna still up, but it just got broken. We're good. As we propel to... As we are propelled through the atmosphere, we reach the mountain biome, where you can do science. But this is a sandbox mode, so we can't do science. But this is how to do science anyways. And we're getting very close to the surface. No. Okay, we are done. And if you are in career mode, don't jettison the heat shield because it'll save you a lot of money. But in normal mode, you can just do this. It's fun to watch things explode. Satisfying explosion. I hope our rocket doesn't explode like that. We're probably going to jinx ourselves. Let's speed this up a little bit because... So it looks like our rocket made it out safely, because we could still see Val right there. And also, if you click on this, you could see the different resources you have. The KSP thing, the Delta V tools, and I think we're done here. Well, make sure to subscribe to the Amateur Science Lab. Thank you for making through the entire video if you made it this far. If you made it past this point, please say "Yaw yeet" in the comments section because I don't know why. It's just something funny. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Okay, enjoy your day. Bye.